I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him.
Old Floyd Mayweather. When I used to go back and forth with people on social media, I don't do that anymore.
I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more. And in 99% of my buildings are in New York City.
I also want to say a cool thing I saw that you did.
Terence Crawford didn't hold back when he heard the news about the Fed seizing $250 million from Floyd Mayweather's mansion. He hides behind what he has, Crawford said, suggesting that Floyd uses his wealth and fame as a shield. The remark hit hard, calling out Mayweather's flashy lifestyle as just a cover for something more vulnerable.
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his way.
Floyd Mayweather says he's done wasting time clapping back at haters online. That was the old me, he shared. The undefeated champ explained that these days, he's all about business and self-improvement, and he's moved on from feeling the need to constantly defend himself on social media.
I found myself in the past, the younger Floyd Mayweather, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now. I couldn't actually be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people on social media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly, truly blessed, way beyond belief. What's important to me right now is my real estate, my family.
Floyd Mayweather has been dealing with major tax issues with the IRS. He reportedly owed more than $22 million in back taxes from 2015, which led the IRS to file a federal tax lien against him. Mayweather asked the U.S. tax court for a delay in payment, saying most of his wealth was tied up in non-cash assets. But the IRS denied his request for a payment plan, arguing that he had enough resources to pay the debt outright.
And it looks like he's filed a petition with the United States tax court saying that much of his money is tied up and cannot be easily converted into the cash that he needs to pay those taxes. And so for that reason, he's asking for a short-term installment agreement, and that's going to allow him more time to get the cash. Right, and according to the Law 360 report, here's a direct quote. Although the taxpayer has substantial assets, those assets are restricted and primarily illiquid. So the taxpayer has a significant liquidity event scheduled in about 60 days from which he intends.
Floyd Mayweather has publicly boasted about owning over 100 properties, including a major real estate deal in Manhattan. He claimed to have purchased 62 buildings in New York City, saying he owns them outright with no partners involved. However, reports have raised questions about the truth behind those claims, suggesting that his actual ownership in the properties might be much smaller than he lets on.
I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more. And in 99% of my buildings are in New York City.
I also want to say a cool thing I saw that you did. You donated millions of money and buildings to victims of the LA wildfire. And I saw that. That was a cool thing you did.
I feel like if you're in a position to give back, why not? We have a great team.
You're in a position to give back.
Yes. I have a strong team and a great team, and God has truly, truly blessed me to put me in a position not just to be able to make a lot of money, but also give back. If not just my time, but also financially.
Did you ever get an itch to get back in the ring at all?
No, not at all.
No. Not even a little. Not even there. You don't see anything. I
sit on my couch. I can sit on my couch every week and a wire coming every week, millions every week. That's why I'm Floyd Money Mayweather every week.
I know, but you're so good at it.
Great at it.
Floyd Mayweather is well known for flaunting his wealth, often showing off his lavish mansions and a jaw-dropping collection of luxury cars. His social media is filled with glimpses of his extravagant lifestyle, including shots of his massive garage packed with high-end vehicles, all reinforcing his image of success and excess.
Oh, here, I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. This is a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these,
I haven't seen these?
No.
Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Terence Crawford hasn't held back in his criticism of Floyd Mayweather, taking shots not just at his wealth, but also at his skills in the ring. When asked who would come out on top if they ever fought, Crawford confidently said he'd be the one to win.
So if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
In response to Terence Crawford's comments, Floyd Mayweather stayed calm and respectful. He wished Crawford well in his boxing career and chose not to get drawn into the negativity. However, Crawford went further, accusing Mayweather of using illegal 4 injections before his fight with Manny Pacquiao, an act that's against the rules in professional boxing.
You guys can use IVs to rehydrate?
We can't use IVs either.
No? When did they change that?
I ain't never. They changed anything. I think that was legal because you didn't know when Floyd fought Pacquiao, that was a thing. That he was using IVs or something like that. But yeah, you can't use that stuff.
You can use the IV to mask performance-enhancing drugs. That's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Comparisons between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford have been heating up, with some fans and analysts suggesting that Crawford is reaching milestones Mayweather never hit during his time in the ring. The debate over who has the greater legacy continues to spark strong opinions in the boxing world.
Floyd versus Triple G. Listen, man. Floyd didn't fight him, and Floyd is an all-time great. But what a missed opportunity. You got Crawford going from 135 and talking about fighting Canelo at 168. It's kind of the same thing, except for Floyd fought a few times at 154. I'm not faulting Floyd for not fighting Triple G. I totally get it. I'm just saying that upper echelon, the reason why I will always have Sugar Ray Leonard over Floyd is the crazy, the insane part of it. What Terence Crawford is talking about doing, he ain't saying, let me meet Canelo at a catchweight. Canelo's undisputed there. Let me go get him.
Triple H has taken a jab at Floyd Mayweather, pointing out that he's getting older and wrapped up in ongoing drama, implying that Mayweather is no longer the fighter he once was. While Mayweather claims he's made billions throughout his career, not everyone's convinced. Logan Paul, for instance, has accused him of still owing millions from their 2021 bout, saying parts of his guaranteed purse and pay-per-view earnings remain unpaid. Mayweather brushed off the claims, blaming the delays on how pay-per-view money is processed. On top of that, employees at his Mayweather Boxing Plus fitness gym have staged protests over unpaid wages, adding to the growing doubts about his financial transparency and reliability.
Floyd Mayweather has made over $1 billion throughout his entire career, but now he's being accused of being broke. This accusation comes from Logan Paul, who fought Floyd Mayweather 1 year ago, which was one of the biggest fights in all of history, selling over 1 million pay-per-view buys. But Floyd Mayweather was paid the majority of the money when it was reported he made $100 million off the fight. For Logan Paul, who handled all the marketing, it's not the same where he hasn't been paid 1 penny. That was because every single dollar made went through Floyd Mayweather's company. Logan Paul said despite them having a contract, he's owed $5 million by Floyd Mayweather that he's just not paying him. And Logan Paul, along with his brother Jake Paul, have bashed Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of being broke. Which Floyd Mayweather is undeniably a pretty bad guy, where he went to jail for 2 months for domestic battery. Floyd Mayweather has been accused of domestic abuse by over half a dozen women, including his ex-wife. And it was confirmed in court by his son when he was just 10 years old. But Floyd Mayweather took offense to being called broke and said he makes $300 million a month, which is a complete joke because it would mean he has more cash coming in than Bill Gates. And Logan Paul said if Mayweather doesn't pay soon, he's taking him to court. But who knows, maybe Mayweather's money is just a show.
Floyd Mayweather is widely regarded as one of the most skilled boxers of his generation, but his reputation outside the ring often draws more criticism than admiration. A major reason for this is his arrogant persona, which has been openly criticized by fans and boxing legends alike. Roy Jones Jr., a boxing great in his own right, hasn't held back in expressing his disapproval, stating plainly that Mayweather is not the greatest of all time. For Jones, true greatness in boxing comes from humility, respect, and the ability to elevate the sport, not just from an undefeated record or showing off wealth.
Respected to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50 know that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? No. Shabby was 80 0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 8 0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect that?
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do that?
Deontay Wilder, another heavyweight voice, has added to the growing criticism of Floyd Mayweather. While Wilder aspires to reach Mayweather's financial heights, he's accused Floyd of not supporting others who are striving for similar success. Wilder believes Mayweather acts as a jealous hater, unable to handle seeing other fighters rise to fame and fortune. When asked about the ongoing scrutiny of his finances and public image, Mayweather often responds by flaunting his wealth. In a viral video, he questions why people are so obsessed with his possessions, then proceeds to show off luxury watches and stacks of cash, emphasizing that he's still financially powerful. Rather than addressing concerns with transparency or humility, Mayweather doubles down on his extravagant persona.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my business worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, if I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm gonna go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day.
In several interviews, Floyd Mayweather has suggested that the criticism he faces is driven by jealousy. He believes that people can't stand seeing a successful black man living life on his own terms. While there may be some truth to the idea of systemic envy and societal double standards, using this as a blanket excuse for his actions often feels like a deflection, avoiding deeper questions about his behavior and choices.
Some of the biggest artists, you wouldn't even know, because my name don't have to be on everything.
I have to be the marquee.
Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's gonna be jealous. So sometimes I don't got to have my name on it to collect the check.
So in the beginning, you know, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you hear so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe.
Floyd Mayweather once bragged about having $123 million sitting in just one of his many bank accounts, a statement meant to highlight his wealth management skills. While it might sound impressive at first, this revelation stands in stark contrast to reports of his unpaid taxes, raising questions about his financial practices and how well he's actually managing his wealth.
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million, 300 million.
Dollars?
Yeah, in different accounts.
Joe Rogan and others have claimed that Floyd Mayweather owes the IRS around $20 million, a huge sum that casts doubt on his financial responsibility. The contrast between showing off his wealth and failing to meet legal obligations paints a picture of someone more focused on maintaining an image than taking accountability for his financial actions.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been. It's not like deception.
No,
it's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money." And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more," and he's just like, "That can't be right." I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Floyd Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle, filled with expensive cars, luxury homes, and million-dollar shopping sprees, has come with significant consequences. Despite his lavish spending, reports suggest that he hasn't always paid the taxes linked to these purchases. His failure to meet tax obligations has led to mounting debts, legal challenges, and the constant threat of federal scrutiny. In an effort to stay ahead of financial trends, Mayweather has embraced cryptocurrency, calling it the new wave. He's publicly promoted several crypto projects, presenting himself as a savvy, modern investor.
Cryptocurrency, I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what? Be the best.
However, Mayweather's involvement in cryptocurrency wasn't without controversy. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged him for failing to disclose payments he received for promoting initial coin offerings, ICOs. This lack of transparency not only violated federal regulations but also betrayed public trust. It suggested that Mayweather was more focused on profiting from his fans' curiosity than actually educating them about smart investments.
People executing these scams are like anon people hiding behind a Pepe avatar. And of course, there's a laundry list of famous influencers, Logan Paul, Kim Kardashian's David Dobrik, that have all endorsed these absolute shitcoin scam casino rugs that leaves their investors high and dry because they paid them a bunch of money up front and maybe they didn't know any better because it's such a nascent space. But I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist. Now, everybody knows Floyd's an opportunist. He's an entrepreneur. He likes to make money. He always has money, talks about money. That's his shtick. That's his persona. That's fine. You can make money. You can be a hustler. You can get paid a bunch to box, do whatever you want.
Mayweather's promotion of NFTs and other digital assets has been seen by some as just another way to profit from his fans' trust. It's often viewed as an extension of his flashy brand, rather than a genuine effort to guide people toward thoughtful investments.
It's a pre-sale for Bulls on the Block owners, and it says to celebrate the partnership between Duarte and Floyd, we are having a first pre-sale for the community Roy has created. So obviously that means he created Bulls on the Block. I checked and sure enough, that's true. So that's super cool. Maybe his partnership with Floyd here will help boost Bulls on the Block even more. I know I talked about Bulls on the Block, a month ago maybe. I'm not really sure how Bulls on the Block is doing nowadays. I haven't really checked on it in a while, but maybe this will boost their sales a little or give them a little bit more hype. Then on August 8th, there was a pre-sale for Discord members, which stinks. So there's already been 2 pre-sales, but I'm not sure how many of these guys were actually sold. But yeah, there's a Discord with this, so definitely be sure to go hop in that Discord because maybe Floyd Mayweather will hop in. So whether or not you actually own one, it's still cool. Maybe you'll get to see some interesting stuff in there. Like the Tom Brady one the other day.
Floyd Mayweather has famously stated that he cares more about money than legacy, and this mindset has shaped much of his career. While it certainly made him wealthy, it has also led to significant criticism. His focus on wealth has alienated fans who value humility, integrity, and a genuine respect for the sport.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you ain't no Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw his scenic route.